Hey, what's going on, guys? Joe here from Health for Thought. I don't know if you noticed, I'm trying to grow out the beard like a man, and it's really not coming in thick enough like a man's beard should, but I'm going to give it another maybe week or so. I'm looking pretty bummish, if that's a word. You came to me and you want to know how I go about approaching when I want to bulk. First, I always, in particular, want to think about how many calories I need to be taking in. And then, you know, I've just explained to you, if you were new to this, that gaining weight or losing weight is basically a calories in, calories out thing. Now, I don't believe that all calories are the same or are equal, but at the same time, in order to grow, you do need to be in a caloric surplus, and in order to lose weight, you need to be in a caloric deficit. So, since this video is talking about bulking, what I'd first want to find out is how many calories do you need to consume in order to be in a caloric surplus. Overall, what we need to find out is your total daily energy expenditure, so your TDEE. Now, first of all, apologize for the people that have seen my video before discussing this formula, but I did it on my old camera and it was quite a while ago, and I know a lot of you guys haven't seen it yet. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a lot easier ways to do this, but the more advanced it is like this, the more accurate of a result you're going to get, or an accurate number of calories. So there's some online ones where you can just punch them in, and I've messed with those too. And usually they're about anywhere from like 200 to 500 calories off of this one. And like I've said, I've never had a problem with this formula before, and it's worked very well for people. Even people that were pretty sedentary and they were just looking to lose fat just mostly from their diet. You know, whether they couldn't really exercise that much, they were like older, or they had, you know, some health issues. Even this worked for them too. So now you pretty much want to figure out what percentage of carbs, fats, and proteins you should be having, which make up your calories. I know a lot of you guys aren't really super into actually counting out your complete macros, which that's fine, but just to get a general idea of like what your portions maybe should be when you're eating your meal. What I generally stick to, even on a bulk, for me, is a 40-30-30 split. So 40% is coming from carbs, 30% is coming from fats, and 30% is coming from protein. If you're not going to count or actually, you know, figure out your macros and figure out how many calories need to come from each, then just have that general idea that maybe, you know, you have a good portion of a good fat, a good carb, and a good protein on your plate. You know, pretty much every meal that you have. Just to throw out some quick examples of some good foods that I like to eat daily, clean foods would be, I really like yams and brown rice and fruit and veggies for carbs. And then also you're getting fiber in there as well, which is very important. For protein, I think I might start throwing some whey in again, just because it makes it easier for my new job. I can just, you know, bring a protein shake, but as of recently, I've just basically been having chicken, tilapia, tuna, and eggs. So that's been mainly my protein sources. And then for fats, really love avocado, different kinds of nuts, throw some olive oil in there at times, and then even some flax oil at times. So I keep it pretty simple, but you can definitely go broader if you want. So that pretty much covers the food part. The workout part is, you know, a lot of you guys know that, you know, you need to lift weights to build muscle, at least build a substantial amount of muscle. And you know, my thing has always been to sticking to the free weights mostly, and sticking to compound movements, but at the same time being really cautious of my form and making sure that I have the movement down so I can reduce the risk of injury before I start moving into heavier weights. So it's really important to get that out of the way first. So especially for you guys that are just starting out, I'm really going to suggest that you, you know, watch as many videos as you can on form, including mine, you know, that I have. I'm trying to throw out pretty much every exercise out there and show you guys how to do it. Really start with the lighter weights first and get the movement down, because that's going to be important. Not only is it going to help you end up growing more muscle in the end, but it's going to keep you, you know, out of the doctor's office. Generally, just stick to compound movements, and you know, there's controversy over some of them, such as deadlifts, but I believe in them, but I don't believe in them if you're not doing them right. So, and I'm still working on especially deadlifts, because I didn't really start doing them until kind of recently. I'm still working on getting those down, so I don't go as heavy as I could, but I know it's going to be better for me in the long run. You also can't forget about sleep and your rest time. Just eating all the time and working out all the time and not getting any rest is also going to get you nowhere. You'll definitely overtrain, no doubt about it. Keep it balanced, and that's going to end up getting you the farthest in the end. Rest time between workouts can vary from person to person, so you will probably need to do some trial and error. But as far as sleep goes, usually for you younger guys, you actually need a little more. Usually I think it's about like 8 to 9, and then I think as you get older you can get away with more, you know, maybe 6 to 7. Usually 8 though is like the golden number, it seems to be, with the amount of sleep you should get. But people are also different in that route. But if you notice that you're starting to overtrain and you don't think it's a problem of you going to the gym too much, you might want to look into how much sleep you're getting and if you're getting consistent sleep. So that's it. Stop talking. But I wanted to do this video, and I felt like since my other video was so old on the macros topic, and then I haven't really made like a video that was just completely about kind of everything as condensed as possible. So I wanted to do that. Thank you guys. See you guys next time. Health for Thought. Hope this helped out. Peace.